Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into An Inspector Calls, one of the most important plays in British literature. It's mysterious, dramatic, and packed with social commentary. Whether you're revising for your exams, or just want to understand what all the fuss is about, this extended summary and analysis will walk you through the key plot points, characters, and themes with some juicy quotes along the way. Let's get into it. Part 1. Context and Setting. An Inspector Calls was written by J.B. Priestley in 1945, just after World War II, but it's set in 1912, right before World War I. That's a 33-year gap, and it's not accidental. 1912 was a time of rigid class divisions, rising industrial capitalism, and no welfare system. The rich stayed rich, and the poor stayed poor, and social responsibility basically non-existent. By 1945, Britain had just been through 2 world wars. People had suffered, pulled together, and wanted change. So when Priestley wrote this play, he had a message. If we don't learn to look after each other, we're doomed to repeat the mistakes of the past. The play takes place over a single evening in the Burling family's household, a large house in the fictional town of Brumley. It's a classic example of a well-made play, meaning the action is tightly structured with rising tension, revelations, and a final twist. Part 2. Act 1. The Celebration and the Interruption. The play opens with the Burling family enjoying a dinner party. They're celebrating the engagement of Sheila Burling and Gerald Croft, a merger of 2 wealthy industrial families. Arthur Burling, the father, is full of himself. He gives long speeches about how a man has to make his own way, and famously declares the Titanic is absolutely unsinkable. Spoiler, it wasn't. We also meet Sybil Burling, the snobbish mother, Eric, their awkward son who drinks too much, Sheila, their daughter, who starts off lighthearted but changes the most during the play, and Gerald Croft, Sheila's fiancé, charming but with secrets. Just when things seem perfect, there's a knock at the door. Enter Inspector Goole. Part 3. The investigation begins. The inspector announces that a young woman named Eva Smith has died after swallowing disinfectant in a painful suicide. He begins his quiet but relentless investigation. What's brilliant about this is how Priestley uses the inspector to slowly peel back the layers of each character's guilt. First, we learn Mr. Burling fired Eva from his factory for leading a strike for better wages. To him, it was just business, but this act pushed her further into poverty. When challenged, he insists, "I can't accept any responsibility." Next, Sheila confesses that she got Eva fired from a department store out of jealousy. Eva apparently smiled at her while trying on clothes, and Sheila, insecure and privileged, lashed out. Sheila is horrified when she realizes the impact, saying, "I'll never do it again." Unlike her father, she begins to take responsibility. So far, the inspector is making it clear this wasn't just a random tragedy. Everyone in this room contributed to Eva's death. Part 4. Gerald, Eric, and Mrs. Burling. In Act 2, things got even more uncomfortable. Gerald reveals he knew Eva under the name Daisy Renton. He had an affair with her during the previous summer while Sheila thought he was busy with work. Gerald says he rescued her from a horrible situation, but eventually left her. He tries to justify it, but the damage is done. Sheila gives back the engagement ring. Sybil Burling, the mother, is cold and unapologetic. She runs a women's charity and denied Eva help when she came for aid. Pregnant and desperate. She even says, "I used my influence to have her case refused." Worse, she blames the father of the child, not knowing it's her own son. Then comes the final bombshell. Eric Burling had a drunken affair with Eva, got her pregnant, and tried to support her by stealing money from his father's business. It's a complete unraveling. Eric is devastated when he learns Eva refused the stolen money, saying, "You killed her and the child she was going to have. My child." At this point, all pretenses are gone. Everyone except Mr. and Mrs. Burling seems to accept their role in what happened. Part 5. Themes and the inspector's final message. The inspector delivers one of the most important speeches in modern theatre when he says, "We are members of one body. We are responsible for each other." This is Priestley's entire message. The play isn't just about one girl. It's about how the powerful treat the powerless, about social responsibility. It's a direct challenge to capitalistic thinking and individualism. Some of the key themes of this play include class. The upper class Burlings use their status to hurt someone with no power. Gender. Eva is a woman trying to survive in a male-dominated society. Generational divide. The younger characters, Sheila and Eric, grow and accept their responsibility. The older ones, Mr. and Mrs. Burling, deny everything and refuse to change. And guilt and accountability. Each character must confront their conscience, and Priestley wants the audience to do the same. Part 6. The twist ending. After the inspector leaves, the family begins to unravel. But Gerald re-enters with a surprising discovery. There is no Inspector Gould at the local police station. They all start to question everything. Was this all just a prank? Mr. and Mrs. Burling are thrilled. The whole story is just a lot of moonshine, they say. They start blaming the kids for being duped. But Sheila and Eric are changed. Sheila says, "It frightens me, the way you talk." Then, the final twist. The phone rings. Mr. Burling answers. A young woman has just died at the infirmary, in the exact way the inspector described. A real police inspector is on his way. The curtains drop. No answers, no closure, just a chilling sense of justice. Conclusion. An Inspector Calls is a morality play, a thriller, and a political message all in one. Priestley doesn't care if Gould was a ghost, an angel, a time traveler, or just a clever metaphor. What matters is what he represents. He's our conscience. He's the truth we can't escape. If there's one lesson Priestley leaves us with, it's this. We don't live alone. We are members of one body. Thanks for watching. If this helped you understand the play, give it a like and subscribe for more deep dives into classic literature. And tell me in the comments, who do you think Inspector Gould really was? Not to mention, if you want to get a copy of the play yourself, you can buy them in our link in the description. See you in the next video.